discussion. Can't you see them dad boys are casting? Testing competition on their podcast mission. Never know what you get. It's chaotic precision. If you don't know, you better find out the dad pack. I'm here to prove a point. We three kings just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. This show is thunder. Subscribe and tune in, and you're laughing to the very end. Don't turn your back on the dad pack. Don't turn your back on the dad pack.
Put the kids to bed. Dad's home. We
AI?
are the DWO podcast, representing the dad world order. I am the handsome head of household, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. With me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. We've got the big bad bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Murphy.
Honk if you hear me, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah, 10-4. And he is the perpetual mid-carter and the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas.
There it is.
Cowabunga is day 1188 of my world record setting streak, and we're rocking a Lanny Poffo the Genius shirt.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Deep cut.
Nice.
Love it. Well, as Mr. Magnificent said, we are the DWO podcast, and we are back tonight with a very special guest. I'm sure a lot of you are tuning in for the first time because we are streaming over on Cincy Shirts as well, because we are here with the co-owner of Cincy Shirts, Mr. Darin Overholser. Sir, how the heck are you?
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. We're happy to have you, man. Thanks for coming on.
It's an honor. What else will we be doing? Just sitting around waiting for the tornadoes to come in? And
Yeah, pretty much. Hopefully those stay off and we can get this pod in, because we've been looking forward to this one, man.
Faux show. Yeah, man. I'm glad you guys thought of us. We really don't get this many requests. We used to have our own podcast, and I really miss it. I was like, man, it's just one of those things we just gotta make time for and do it. And
Right.
It looks like you guys are doing it, so that's awesome.
Hey, hopefully we can relight your fire, man. We love to, we like watching other people do cool stuff. So bring that podcast back, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're looking for three dads as guests, just saying.
Oh, sure. We need to make some more wrestling t-shirts for you, guy.
Hey, anytime you want to make new wrestling shirts, you let me know. We'll definitely work some deals for sure. My ultimate dream is to get a DWO shirt hanging in there, get so Cincinnati famous that you guys just have to have one,
There you go. Hey, we can offer it on our site. It's no.
Well, we actually kind of are the face of Cincy Shirts in a way. If you look look you guys up on Google.
We showed in this before the show, but the crowd definitely needs to see this.
So Google Cincy Shirts or Cincy Shirts Fort Mitchell. Which one?
Cincy Shirts Fort Mitchell, yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll see this particular thing.
This was made.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so we printed it at one point. We just don't sell it on our site. But if people want to come in, I'm sure we have that file lingering around on one of our computers.
There it is.
We'll put it on the secret menu.
That's right, baby.
We actually had a few people come in after we had it printed, and had some printed. So it's
Nice.
it's there. I don't know how long it keeps for, but it's been a couple years now.
Oh,
Yeah.
they keep until our computer gets thrown out. It's about 6 months is about shelf life of a design these days.
So how long Cincy Shirts been around, man? I feel like they've been around for a long time. You guys are
really?
definitely the top name in Cincy when it comes to that level of apparel. When it I know it's where we go when we look for new Bengals or red stuff, or just you guys are always doing cool parodies and stuff. So
Yeah.
when did all this start?
Well, as you notice, my beard's it's mostly gray now. So man, actually, me and my buddy Josh started in 2005. I'm not from Cincinnati. I came here in '97. I went to Art Academy, graduated in 2001.
That's where my
Then,
dad
of course, I waited tables for about 4 years afterwards, because what the hell are you gonna do with an art degree? But anyways, then waited tables and also started dabbling in stand-up comedy. So that's where I met my partner now, Josh Sneed, who, he tours around the country headlining clubs and whatnot, corporate events. So anyway, so he knew I had some, design chops or artistic skills, and I guess thought I was funny and said, well, he's like, I sell a bunch of shirts on the road, like merch after shows or whatnot. And he's like, oh, all my friends do the same, who are also comedians. So he's like, let's just start like a t-shirt site. So we paid $150 for this guy, some dude out of Columbus, to make. It was lookatmeshirts.com was the name of the company we launched with, and that it was all just like
Not a bad name.
drinking shirts and whatever. Like one of our first designs was Lance had a ball, had Lance Armstrong on there after his bout with testicular cancer and whatever.
Nice.
Apparently, we were in our 20s. We thought that stuff was funny back then.
Yeah, right.
We kind of look back now and was like, man, how do we get away with any of this stuff? Like, right now we'd be canceled right off the bat.
It was a different world.
Yeah, for sure. Way different world. But so anyway, we did, I don't know, okay, just kind of trying to find our way in the world. And this is MySpace times. This was before Facebook.
Shout out Tom.
Yeah, there's a couple things that happened in Cincinnati that we did shirts for, and we're like, oh, that's weird. Those shirts actually sold. And then, it's like, okay, so these are actually easier to sell because I don't know. Our first idea was, well, hey, why would we just sell to Cincinnati when there's the whole world? You know what I mean? Why would we limit ourselves to just Cincinnati? Because everyone wants to wear our shirts all over, and that's way more difficult to figure out who your audience is.
Sure.
So anyway, once we actually started concentrating on Cincinnati, we made our own little Cincinnati section on Look at Me shirts. Then finally, we're just like, all right, what are we doing? Let's just make Cincy Shirts. So Cincy Shirts came about in 2010. So then we were online for, I don't know, 4 years, just doing really guerrilla marketing, I guess. Like one of our first shirts was "Even God Hates the Steelers." It was just text on the shirt.
Beautiful.
And that shirt was magical. It was so simple. A little trademark infringement there, but we weren't worried about that back in the day. And so this is like during training camp, trying to get some excitement for the Bengals season. But I lived in Newport at the time, so I would walk across the Purple People Bridge with like cargo pants full of like promo cards with just me wearing the "Even God Hates the Steelers" shirt, and you can save 15% off at lookatmeshirts.com. Or it wasn't even Cincy Shirts when we started doing that. I just stand outside the Red Stadium, wait for the game to be over, and then
that's genius marketing.
I wouldn't
by the
even,
way.
It'd be like homeless guy playing the drums, and I'd just be like standing there, and just I wouldn't approach people and give them a card. I would wait for them to comment on my shirt or to look, lock eyes, like, oh yeah, I know you saw it, and oh man, I mean, just that one shirt got such a reaction. I just pass out cards, and pretty soon it's like we start seeing sales on the website. So that was definitely
That's genius though, man. But dude, that's respect the grind, man, because that's tough. That's
I was just like, well, what am I going to do? What are my resources here, or what? I didn't know any better. Like now, I'd be like, oh my god, what a waste of time. Why would I go down and do that? I got this and that and whatever else to do. But at the end of the day, it's like that's I miss those days when that's when marketing was easy, I guess. Now I gotta pay Zuckerberg $10,000 a month to get any views on your site, and you already paid him once to get the fans to follow you, and so you guys know all about all.
Yeah,
trust me, we're still trying, dude.
We're trying to gain subscribers right now. In fact, if anyone's watching live right now that has never seen us before, click like, subscribe. It helps. We all three are girl dads. If that helps too,
we are.
What I mean? You're helping out guys who have really busted their butts for their kids. Whatever.
Hell yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
another guy that's busted his butts for their kids, our buddy Brian here, saying he has a Cincinnati "No Donut Liquors Allowed" Ariana Grande shirt. Made for fine folks at Cincy Shirts.
Oh man, that was one. at the time, I think it was our biggest viral shirt. We had our store in OTR, and we were all excited about the MLB All-Star game coming. And this was 2015-16, maybe even 14. I have to Google that somewhere. Anywhere after post 9/11 to today is a fog to me. It's all one year. I could tell you, a movie Val Kilmer did, R.I.P. in 1988, and know the difference between 88 and 87, but I couldn't tell you the difference between 2003 and what happened yesterday.
Dude, I feel that. It's been a whirlwind for sure.
So Ariana went into some donut shop, picked up a donut and licked it, and then put it back, and then said something about like, I hate America, I hate Americans. And it was just like so weird. She was supposed to perform in Cincinnati, like at the All-Star game the next week. And we're like, and this is the MLB was in town. And so they just sent us a letter for, hey, knock it off, you guys, with all your copyright infringement and blah, blah, blah. Here we are. We're going to shut down the little guy trying to pay his rent in OTR. And so anyway, so we were just told to knock off about, or quit selling rather, about, I don't know, 20 or 30 shirts on our site. And so anyway, so we launched that Ariana Grande shirt, and it blew up. And people were like coming in the store like that was like their All-Star game souvenir. Like there's people that like the dads and the son were going to the game, but the mom and the daughter were going to the Ariana Grande concert. So they wanted I don't know. It was
I remember that because I don't even remember your shirt coming out because I'm pretty sure it made the news. And it was so random out of her, like out of nowhere. She's like America's sweetheart, and all of a sudden she gets crapped on America.
And donut.
No.
And donut, yeah. Nobody craps on donuts,
donut,
buddy. Nobody.
That was hilarious.
So how does that work with you said like they come in with like the cease and desist or whatever? Is that do you guys have to find a fine line where you're like, it's a red shirt, but it's not a Reds shirt?
Yeah, there's definitely a gray area. And obviously when you're just getting started, hell, you can do whatever. I mean, you can get on TikTok right now and there's people, hawking straight up Bengals logos.
Right.
And whatever. But as soon as you get a following and try to, present yourself as a legit company, then it's time to kind of, button things up. You got to be careful on the keywords you use. We got a cease and desist from... We did a hat, which was a Cincinnati skyline, and it just had some stripes on it. It might have looked like the Patagonia logo, but nothing in the description said Patagonia. We didn't call it Patagonia Cincinnati or whatever, but we did tag it in the Shopify product, Patagonia Cincinnati, and Patagonia sent us a letter, and I think our site got shut down for like 2 days over that one. It was like usually it's like, knock it off. And we're like, okay, just, our very first cease and desist was from Wendy's. When we were looking at these shirts, one of the first designs we launched, it had Dave Thomas on it, and it said, "Damn, it feels good to be a gangster." And I don't know, it sold okay. It was just stupid, whatever. But yeah, they were like, no, knock it off. And they're like, actually, we thought it was funny. We liked it, but it was kind of like we all kind of hugged it out at the end.
It's like, yes, we made it.
So are you are you the funneler of the ether? Are you the one that creates most of this nonsense? Is it your brain that cooks up most of these jokes?
I'd like to take as much credit as I can, but we got a pretty awesome team. We're locked in on the Google Hangouts. We got the 2 in-house designers and our sales guy, Billy. He's really locked in with, what's going on. And he's the guy that kind of goes out and meets everybody and whatever. As we've gotten older, he's kind of taken on the schmoozing role, which is good. Because, you guys know, once you get kids and start doing sports and everything else, it's just like, man, there's just not, I just can't go to a bar on a Tuesday anymore.
Yeah. There's not enough time in the day.
Such a shame.
Yeah. But we all do kind of just throw in ideas, and it's it's whatever kind of is I don't know, just like a brainstorming session. No one's feelings are hurt. Everybody throws out, gives it their best shot, and
I know it seems instantaneous, man. For example, the last shirt that I think I can say that I purchased from your storefront was the Run Hubbard Run. And it seemed like that was out the next, like within an hour or something. It seemed like I saw that online. I was like, oh my God, that's perfect.
Yeah, stuff like that when you know that everybody's going to be watching or some result or something. We're always kind of looking to see what the shirt is. Like I was at the game and we're texting, trying to figure out, like, I don't know, should we go like the Forrest Gump way or what are they calling it? Get on Twitter to see what they're calling it.
Right.
Yeah, it was the Hubbard Yard Dash, and then it was the I don't know,
immaculate reception or whatever.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, okay, let's all decide what it's going to be called first, because we don't have to make 75 shirts, and I don't know. And that's also the beauty of print on demand. When we first started, the only thing that was available was screen printing. So if we had sold one, you're paying a guy, we had to get 12, and you never knew what sizes would sell. You guess, mediums, larges, whatever. But we had a shirt, that said legalize midget tossing. This was 2005, folks. It was fine to say stuff like that. And I think midget tossing was a thing. I never did it.
Dude, that would have in 2005. I was a sophomore in high school. I would have 1000% bought that shirt and been like, look how fucking funny I am.
But that shirt only sold in like size small and 3X. So I guess it was either for the tossers or the people being tossed.
The tossers,
Right.
the tosties.
So that was a funny one. We're just like, man, another 3X sold. This is crazy.
I mean, we find that too with our own, like we have merch, obviously, that we bring to, when we go to wrestling shows or conventions or whatever. And we kind of, you have to get a, wide range. And then it's like, not a lot of these mediums and larges are selling, but we got a lot of asks for 4X. So it's like, all right, next time we make a merch order, we know what to get.
I know, and you'll never guess. And as soon as you give people a choice, they want something else.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like we did a design last week, and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait till this comes out on a white shirt with black print and the orange outline." I'm like, "Come on!"
So, how much? Speaking about this, how much would you pregame? Let's say first game of the season next year. Joey throws 6 touchdowns in the first game, right? Let's say he breaks a record and he breaks 6 touchdowns, and you guys do a 6 touchdown themed shirt. If you think it's going to be a successful design, how much do you usually print to get ready? Are you talking hundreds? We talking thousands, or is it something you wouldn't? I wouldn't assume you'd print thousands or something like that.
No, I'm talking 0.
Oh, so you wait.
Yeah, all of our production right now is print on demand.
Okay, so there's no pre-gaming.
Yeah, so it's all on demand. None of those shirts exist until they're ordered. That's the magic.
It's genius,
Which saves us. That's the reason we're still alive is because what's that?
So the way it comes out on fabric too is like it lasts longer than something that's screen printed or done in other methods. Like
this one's years old. Come so far
still,
as far as the on-demand stuff goes, and now they got transfer printers that are printing out transfers that are, look like screen printed. So that's something we've been dabbling in a bunch too. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot to keep up with. But if something takes off, then obviously we'll, screen print anything that sells in bulk. I mean, anywhere between 50 and 200 is kind of normal. We're not. DeMar Hamlin, I think, sold 10,000 in 4 days or something, and that kind of threw us for a loop. But
513, the blue one.
Yeah.
Yep, I still see those everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that was
a hell of a moment.
I
was there for that one. That one was pretty rough.
That does kind of save you, though. Like I think you were just about to say, like you don't really have your only overhead is just blank shirts, So it's like, well, we're gonna sell these eventually. It just don't shoehole yourself into one design. You obviously have the capacity to print on demand, so why not?
Totally. And even, I mean, you said blank shirts you got on the shelf. A lot of times we don't even stock those because there's 2 major T-shirt warehouses right here in Cincinnati, up in
there you go.
Westchester, Fairfield area. So, so yeah, I mean, we can order them and pick them up the next day.
Well, that's even better.
But
there you go.
Yeah, we're due for a big pop because, man, since those days, the Bengals haven't been bringing it, and the Reds, who knows? I mean, it's like they have all this excitement and players, but man, it's I'm not seeing it yet. I want to see it.
Well, it feels like FC's right on that hump too. Like they got a good team, but they just need to just get over that hump.
Yeah. I know they spent a bunch of money too. I mean, I love to see the teams going out there and breaking records with these contracts and stuff. But let's get some championships.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine the shirts you'd sell with a freaking Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Oh, that last one hurt so bad. Every time I think about it, I know that when the time comes that we make it to another Super Bowl, I don't care how we could be 16-0, 17-0 for that whole season, and I'm still going to be a nervous man going into that Super Bowl because I just don't think I can handle another one. I can't handle another loss. That hurts so bad.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad.
Dude, my dad's been through 3 of them.
Yeah, I've been
all 3 losses.
I've only been through 2.
I was alive for the other one, but
I was cognitive. I remember the pass from John Taylor or from Joe Montana to John Taylor, and that you relive it every year. It's like Christian Leitner and on the shot on UK. It's like every single freaking year you got to relive that.
Man, I think we got a good chance, man. I think we did some really good stuff with the offense this year. I can't believe we actually this time last year, if you'd have told me we were going to keep T, Jamar, and Joe long term, I'd have been like, yeah, okay. We'll see about that. But here we are. You know what I mean? So
I know. I'm scared about that D.
I know.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about trying to keep Hendrickson. I'm like, brother, trade him. Get some draft picks or something.
Yeah.
He ain't going to help us that much.
I don't know, man. He's a sack leader.
I know he's the sack leader, but here's the thing. I'm gonna go on a little rant here. Okay, as a defensive person, played defense my whole life. Trey Hendrickson is a phenomenal player. He is. I will not take that away from him. But he is not a Max Crosby, and he is not a Myles Garrett, who are complete defensive ends.
Yeah.
Because Trey Hendrickson, let's be real, is an absolute liability in the run. I'm sorry, he is. So
defense only gave up 18 points over the last 7 games.
Well, yeah. But
maybe we're perfect now.
How many other points did they give up the rest of the season? We were 4-8.
Yeah, but I will say, when you really talk about statistics for last season, the whole 1-score game thing, we only got beat, I think, twice. The other times were by 1 score, you know what I mean? And those can be reversed in any different way at the flip of a coin.
And Kansas City had the opposite season. They won all those 1-score games.
Exactly.
Commanders and Eagles are the only teams that actually beat us.
Yeah. And, I can admit when we get some losses, we got a couple, like I said, we got a couple of ones that really were handed to us last year. But I don't know, man. I feel like if we can start in a good spot next year and just, I don't know, win game 1, I feel like that would be so great.
Can you imagine if we won game 1? Oh. That's like a Super Bowl for us. Maybe that's just,
I don't know.
That's a shirt. I should make that shirt right now. Win game 1.
Yeah.
Just win game 1.
Just win 1. I'm still waiting on them. I've been on the, the waiting list for season tickets since 2020. Can I please have some tickets, Cincinnati?
There's none available now?
Bro, I'm waiting right now. I literally, as we talked just now, looked to see if they had emailed me because I have not yet heard. And normally I hear by the end of March, start of April. So
Yeah, I thought everybody was unloading because I mean, not only are they expensive, but you can't sell them like you used to.
Yeah.
And man, we could get $500 for a pair, and or per ticket actually.
Wow.
But yeah, this year we wouldn't even make face value on ours. So it's like, Well, anyway.
I just at this point I'm getting tired of being on this waiting list forever. Like I just reached a point, in 2020 in my life where I can say I can afford to get season tickets. You know what I mean? And me and my brother are both at this point in our lives and careers, and we're just like, now's the time to become season ticket holders. And we have been on the waiting list since 2020, and it is getting ridiculous.
It's like the Masters.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting kind of ridiculous. I don't know. We'll see.
That's awesome.
Man. The Reds aren't off to the greatest start.
Sorry, my dog's going.
Oh, you're good. We all got doggos. My wife is the president of Joseph's Legacy Animal Rescue here in Butler County. So
Nice.
I am quite deep into the animal world.
There you go. I got my we released this just today, actually. The Ross Green.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, that is awesome.
As soon as Hunter Green put his dog on Instagram, we sent him a DM. We're just like, all right, people are already asking for the shirt. Let's go. So
I saw you.
He's like, yeah, email my agent. We'll work out a deal. I'm like, really? But so we did. So money supports his scholarship fund that he has a scholarship for the high school he went to.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Cool. So yeah, so get a little Ross Green in your life.
Yeah.
I was on opening day. People were like, who the hell's Ross Green? Like, what is this?
Did you guys see that catch from De La Cruz that went viral? I think it was today or where he slid.
The only thing that happened good for the Reds today, besides Hunter Green's
he
pitching.
didn't rip out his shoulder.
Right.
I'm gonna be so sad when he goes to play for the Yankees or something.
Yeah, there's no way we can keep him.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm a realistic Cincinnati Reds fan. I've been around it my whole life. It's what happens.
Yeah, but we get him for a while. I think, what, 2029 or something?
Yeah.
That's a significant amount of time.
Baseball contracts are
weird.
Yeah, it's like
it's just not having a cap is just weird in general. Yeah, he probably, I don't know, but
the Dodgers they do.
Don't you put?
So you were saying you kind of like collaborated with him, and the money goes to his scholarship fund. Are there other like names in Cincinnati that you've done shirts with that you kind of collaborate with them on? Like if you're using their image, obviously, like you know, message them and figure it out.
Our first big one was Fiona. So
oh shit,
that was kind of interesting.
Love
with the zoo. We were kind of in the spot where when we first launched the site, we were doing a bunch of retro stuff and all the defunct teams, the Stingers, the Mohawks, Cincinnati Kids, every defunct logo in the city we put up. And then we started doing like bars and then like Swallens and old stores, Van Loonens, whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, now what? And so all right, well, maybe we should actually work with some some current companies or whatever. Like, we both had young kids. We're like, let's see what the zoo will do. And so we worked out kind of basically a licensing deal with the zoo, and they were like, I don't know, they were down for it. They didn't really expect anything out of it, which is fine. We didn't really, I don't know. So we just did some old zoo logos and a couple giraffe shirts and whatever. And then Harambe happened.
Oh gosh.
So when was that? 2016 or something?
2016.
So, so they took RIP, which they did the right thing. And, you can't
can't sacrifice a human,
child. I don't think
no matter what the circumstances are. I mean, animal over human.
So anyway, we stayed away from Harambe and doing Harambe stuff. And I think they kind of respected that, which, man, we could have made a ton of money off Harambe.
Oh, you made so much.
But I saw that they had to take down their social media, and they They were just getting killed. And anyway, so we kind of had those good graces going, and then the hippo came. The premature 29-pound hippo, which I don't know if you guys were around for Fiona Madness, but that was insanity.
I think part of her popularity had to do with, I don't know how much you remember, but right before that, we lost those 2 giraffes. Yeah. So everybody was just like really sad about the zoo. You know what I mean? And then that baby was just like I don't know. It was like Cincinnati's baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The children's hospital nurses were like jabbing her veins because they're the only ones that could get the IVs in. And
yeah.
So we're like, oh man, can we please do a Fiona shirt? And they're like, well, we don't know if she's going to live or not. And so we really don't want that. And then it was like a couple weeks went by and they did their own shirt. And we're like, all right, I see how you are.
Okay.
But I was like, whatever, you're the zoo, you're allowed to do your own shirt. And then so we let that kind of calm down a little bit, and then we're like, can we please do our shirt? So we did one, and I don't know, over the next year and a half, that got us on the NBC News. I mean, it was ridiculous. It sold over 50,000 shirts.
Wow.
And so it raised, I mean, I don't know, a couple $100,000 for them.
Wow. So is that your most successful shirt?
Yeah, well, single shirt, no. But like Fiona in general as a thing, yeah. I mean, that Fiona allowed us to, open up our Hyde Park store and then invest in our own production. And man, it really, did wonders for the zoo and did wonders for us. We made the zoo's annual report that year. Like they sent us a freaking annual report where it was like, we're in off these rich dead people who gave all their life savings, and I was just like, we're just a couple dudes making shirts.
Right.
That's great though, man. Because the Cincinnati Zoo is such. It's like Kings Island. It's like I don't think like we appreciate it enough for what it is to the rest of the world.
Jungle gyms as well. People always talk so much crap about, the Hamilton Fairfield area, Cincinnati in general. This whole area gets a lot of heat, but they don't call it the heart of it all for nothing, man. There's a lot of really great things here. There's a lot of great views. You could go to Hawking Hills. You could go to really cool stuff like Serpent Mound. There's all kinds of things within a couple hours of Ohio. And I love this place. I've been all over this place, all over this world. I like Ohio better than just about anything.
What's a Serpent Mound like? I actually passed that on my way out to the job site.
Very serene from what I understand. Me and Justin, we're gonna have to talk after this. Me and Justin are trying to plan to go out there. You'll have to, maybe we can all do it together.
Are there any conspiracy theories on what the Serpent Mound is for your?
There's a lot. There's definitely a lot, and that's the thing too, man. Like we're trying to. That's what we want to do with our episodes. We want to pick one type of thing, maybe whether it's Serpent Mound, and then just really get someone who thinks they're the biggest expert possible in it, and then just pick them apart and see what they can tell us about.
So if you know somebody who's an expert on the Serpent
Mound, please
let us know.
Or Bigfoot,
or Flat Earth,
or anything. We don't care what it is. If you want to tell us
pyramids, now the pyramids they have like a mile long.
Now they're deep
going down.
Yeah. What are the tubes? What are the coils? We don't know.
Pyramid Tubes is a good band name.
Pyramid
Tubes.
Good band name.
We're Pyramid Tubes. We're part of the conspiracy. Man, we're gonna have to extend our keychain even more now, because now this keychain needs to go down like all the way to here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Never lose your keys again with the Hall Pass keychain from Dad World.
Let's measure that thing. How big is that?
It's 4x4.
This doesn't work.
Oh, hey, just throw the tape.
Having the tape measure on hand, I love it.
Yeah, do you have a tape measure over there that I can just hand to you through the screen, and you can be like,
that'd be cool. We'll get there eventually.
Like some
if you have a tape measure on hand, you might be a dad.
Our just because I gotta say something here, just because our stats are showing, we got a whole bunch of new people in. If you're in here, please like and subscribe. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Mr. Overholser, are you a wrestling fan at all? Is there a wrestling fan inside of you?
I appreciate it. I wouldn't say that I'm like, oh my god, diehard fan. my partner Josh, he should have been the one to come on here, really, because man, he could talk your ear off about wrestling all damn night. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was a fan of the WWF back in the day and Hulk Hogan and all that. And then I think everybody in college was so late 90s, we'd be playing our N64 James Bond and then be watching Monday Night Raw with, I think that's Stone Cold and Attitude Era.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We must
like
be the same age.
One of my best friends, Rob the Bomb Williams, baby. So I get to learn a lot of his stories.
NWF champion.
Shout out, Rob.
He's in the Kentucky Hall of Fame.
We need to get him on at some point. We haven't reached out to him. That's somebody we need to get to. There's quite a lot of people like that in Cincinnati too, man. Like I've had a few talks with Icky Woods before. You know what I mean? We've got a bunch of different people that are like, oh yeah, let's have you on. But it's hard to kind of, I don't know, find the right times to line people up. And I don't know. You just Cincy Shirts is one of my favorite companies in Cincinnati. Period. So you were definitely at the top of that list. The fact that you guys responded so quickly to us made us excited, man. As soon as I hit those guys up, I was like, guys, I got to do Cincy Shirts.
Caught me on a day where I'm like, no one likes us anymore. Oh, podcast.
Somebody likes us.
Who? A wrestling podcast? Let's go.
Whatever.
I definitely want to have Josh on though, because I was actually talking to my dad earlier today, and apparently he was like, "Oh, you having Josh Sneed on?" And I was like, "Wait, how do you?" I was like, "No, that's not him, but he's the other owner. Like, how do you know?" And he was like, "Oh, he played in." My uncle ran like a rec basketball league out in the city of Wyoming for years and years and years, and apparently Josh played in it.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "Yeah, he played out in the Carthage basketball league," and I'm just like, "Of course, you know one of these
randomly
guys."
know him.
Yeah, he grew up in St. Bernard, right there.
Yeah, that's where my dad and my uncle grew up. So,
Dog City.
I just thought that was funny. He was like, "Oh, you having Josh Sneed on?" I was like, "No, we're having his partner," and but he was like, "Oh, okay, well."
Everybody, man, that guy knows everybody. It's crazy.
Yeah,
which I mean, man, it's one of the man. Cheers to him for the success his company's had, because I'm not a guy that just goes up and introduce myself and give him a pitch to do a t-shirt deal or whatever. That's in his blood. Like, man, salespeople, I gotta give it up for him. If you got that,
that sales is definitely a special breed, man. It's one of those things. I feel like you can learn it a little bit, but really good salespeople, they just got it.
Yeah.
I was good at it when I was younger, but I cared less about bothering people. As I got older and like hated to be bothered, then I felt like you don't want to bother anybody. Leave me alone.
Well, yeah, you used to be cell phone kiosk guy.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
In the mall, yeah.
In the mall. Oh, it was good times, man. It was Christmas at the mall, in the middle of the mall in a kiosk. Just tons and tons of people. Kids these days will never get to experience it.
I've always been an introverted extrovert, man. When I get around people, I am the life of the party. I want to be making everyone happy and everyone smile. But the second I get home, I'm like, I'll answer that text later. You know what I mean? I don't know. I get so, I don't know, home focused. Now that I'm a dad too, you know what I mean? My kids, we just did their birthday party today because their birthdays are so close. They are 7 and 11 now. And it's just like, I'm running out of time to be a young kid.
7-11.
Yeah.
Even backdoor little Joe.
My oldest turns 18 this year too. So it's like 18, 7, and 11 is like this moment where I'm like, oh, I'm most of the way done being a young child's father. You know,
yeah. 7 and 11 equal 18. So is it going to be like that their whole life? I guess it probably will.
I don't know. I don't know how.
Maybe 12.
8 to no.
12, 8, 9, 10.
It goes to hell next year.
Yeah, it fucks up. You know, it's funny, man. I always grew up trying to thinking that if I forgot my anniversary dates or stuff like that, I would be in trouble because of, the way TV shows make it seem. But my wife and I struggle both to remember what year we got married. So we've been together 15 years this year, and both of us were sitting there trying to figure it out. Like, did we get married in 16? Did we get married in 18? What year did we get married?
Yeah.
It's hard to figure out anymore.
As long as you're both on the same page, then that's fine. But you don't want to.
You don't want to be the
stuck
only
and not
one.
know.
Yeah.
We got
At least you
married
both
on our
did.
anniversary, so that kind of screws it up for us mentally because we remember that it's been 15 years because we got together in November of 2010. But as far as the year that we got married, shit.
Yeah, that's wild. You got married on your anniversary.
Yeah, we were able to work that out. I think it was like a day or two. What do you call it? Leniency on what the actual date was. So it
Close
is what
enough.
it is. Yeah, we got close enough.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've been together 15 years, man. I grew up in such a, not to talk too much about myself, but I grew up in a fragmented home. So to think I have something that's lasted 15 years and I've been living in the same house with this person for 10 of those years, it's just like, look at me.
You know what you didn't want your life to end up like or whatever. Or, you know what you didn't like from your childhood and want to change that for your kids.
Yep.
I mean,
My
it
kids,
doesn't matter where you come from or what you do. It's like, you want to be able to give your kids the life that, you kind of always wanted.
Yeah, that's like every parent, right? I mean, it's got to be. At least every decent parent.
It's like they just announced the Nintendo Switch 2 today. It's April 2nd, and that's something I got the Bob-omb all tattooed on my hand. Nintendo is something we take very seriously in this house. And my wife is messaging me as the Nintendo Direct's on, and it revealed the price of $500 a piece. And my wife is like, you don't have to buy us all one, right? She's like, we all have Switch 1s, OLEDs that work great, and we can wait for a little while for Switch 2. I'm like, no, we need them now. Immediately, and we need one for everyone. So we can all play Mario Kart.
Oh man,
is that going to be the flagship game for it? The new Mario Kart?
Yeah. Have you seen the preview for the Mario Kart?
I saw like a snippet of the release trailer for Switch 2, but I wasn't able to actually watch it. It was an eventful day.
It's Mario Kart basically babied with Horizon's layout. So you just have a big giant map that is Mushroom Kingdom, and you drive to this area and you race on this area. And you drive to this ice area and you race over here, and it's all one big world.
That's pretty cool.
I like Grand Theft Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Bang a hooker.
Yes.
And then go to Rainbow Road.
It's me.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Rockstar, GTA 6, bro. Come on.
It's supposed to be out this year. We'll find out eventually. But it won't be till next year.
Man, that would be a sweet Mario, though.
I tell you what,
where's my money?
Where's my money?
Oh man, that's like Nintendo is very serious in our world. I posted this on my personal page, but I've not talked about it on the show. So, a little bit of small Legend of Zelda lore. Right after Link's 9th birthday, he gets the quest to become the hero of time in Ocarina of Time, right? Well, they just announced the Legend of Zelda movie, and my son, who is named Link, turns 9 the day before it comes out. So it's what kind of weird circumstance allows my son to be named Link and then have something very similar happen? I don't know. It's type of stuff that makes you feel like you're on the right path.
That's awesome. I love it, Link.
Oh yeah, I can't believe my wife let me. She was like, "We can go with Lincoln and call him Link." I was like, "Sold."
However we got to do it.
Compromise.
Yeah. However the paperwork works out.
Yeah.
How many kiddos you got, man?
I got 2. I got 12 and 15.
Oh man.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Right in the thick of the teenagers.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting for them to like rebel and be assholes, but man, we've been blessed. We got some pretty awesome kids.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes, I don't know. They're just doing their thing, going to school in Northern Kentucky.
I think that's
man.
part of this generation too, man. I saw a meme today that said, it's like kids these days, and it showed a kid touching a bottle of alcohol, and it's like, oh, I can't do that. And then it showed a kid touching a pack of cigarettes. Oh, I can't do that. And then it showed the parent of the video of them at 15, and they're just drinking and partying. And it's like, man, I ran the streets by the time I was my daughter's age, and now I don't let my daughter out. I don't know when to hurt them. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't have to go out. They got their damn phones, and they're all just in their phone world.
Yeah.
That's true,
man.
too.
I'm going to a concert with my son next week, and I never would have imagined going to a concert with my parents ever, not at 17,
Yeah.
and to be able to do something like that. I don't know if this generation's more open to, doing stuff like that, or
No.
because I never thought of my parents like that.
I could have gone to a concert with my dad at 17. My first concert I ever went to was Van Halen, so I'm sure he would have loved to go to that with me.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Nice.
US Bank Arena.
I mean, Van Hagar.
That's a dope first. Hey, whoa.
Mine was New Kids on the Block.
Yes.
Fifth
Oh,
grade,
oh,
at the top
oh.
of very last row, Richfield Coliseum in Cleveland.
Heck yeah, dude.
Dino opened up. That's the way
Dino.
it has to be, because that's the way I like
I
it.
like it. Yeah. God, I forgot that song.
Yeah.
My first show was a powwow in San Antonio, Texas that Selena played at.
Really?
Yeah, 1993, 92.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
I don't even know if I know what my first concert was.
Well, okay, that's the first concert I like cognitively remember going to. I'm sure I went to others before that, but I remember me and my buddy Brandon being like, I want to go to this concert, and we got tickets and we went, and it was just us. Like I think we were like 16 or 17 and like a bunch of dudes our dad's age at the concert.
Mine might have been Outcast at Bogart's.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's respectable.
old Stankonia days too, wasn't it?
It was AT-Aliens tour, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even better, dude. I'm trying to go out
No, I
tomorrow.
take it back. Yeah, because I saw Aquim and I toured at the Coliseum, or whatever the hell it was called at the time.
I'm trying to go out to Andrew Brady tomorrow night and see Drake White. He's one of my favorite country guys.
Nice.
I'll be liking that country shit. I hated it as a kid with the name of Bocephus, but now I'm like, I don't know. The older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, give me that folky country shit. I don't know.
I got to see old Bocephus before.
Yeah, I've seen him a bunch, man. It's pretty cool.
Have you met him?
No, I wish. I've met his son. I've met Hank the Third a couple times.
No shit.
Yeah, I think I've seen Hank the Third and 311 probably more than any other bands. Those are the most. I couldn't tell you which one I've seen more, but I've seen 311 and Hank the Third at like a gazillion different like things.
I saw 311's coming around again, and I wouldn't mind seeing them. I saw them do like the Tiny Desk concert thing, or something like that. And
For NPR, yeah.
Shout
it
out,
wasn't bad.
Shout out to Mullet Review. Apparently he's tuned in. I just seen he liked the show. What's up?
Oh, nice.
What's up, Brandon? Buddy?
Yeah, we had him on the show, man. He was a lot of fun to talk to. He's blowing up right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
You need to get your mullet review shirt going.
Yeah, get you a Mullet Review Cincy
Yeah, how has that
shirt.
not happened yet?
I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, there we
For
go.
real?
You connect those. You know,
we
there
see
we
him
go.
every day in Loveland. We gotta make that happen, Mr. Mullet.
Absolutely.
Or
Yeah.
Mr. Review.
Sexy blonde.
Yeah, Mr. Blonde, I think is what
He's doing a beer with Swine City Brewing, hot blonde ale.
Is he really?
He's in
Yeah.
he's in the comments. Amber is the color of your energy. Whoa.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Mullet Review. Hell yeah, brother.
311.
Yeah,
Where was
buddy.
I? Oh,
I love
man.
311, man. They're a good vibe. Same with Real Big Fish. I've seen them a lot as well.
I'd love to see them.
I like anything with horns.
Yeah.
Like we got a buddy of ours that plays trumpet, and we just found out that he plays trumpet. And I was like, "Why in the hell have you never been to toy box practice?" He's like, "I didn't know
please
you wanted-"
incorporate that.
He's like, "I didn't know you'd want a trumpet player." I
Dude,
was like,
please
Yes.
make some ska songs, please.
"Bro, we get a trumpet player. We're about to be metal with a trumpet, dog."
I can't
why
wait.
not?
Yeah.
I gotta
We need
ask
more
this, 'cause you were
remember
talking
the
about
Mighty
this
Boss
earlier.
Stones. Sorry, Mighty Boss Stones guy just had a guy who danced on the stage.
Yeah.
Talk about him.
Well, so my band is Toy Box, which shameless self-promotion. Our album is available on all streaming platforms. But we have two people that stand on stage that just throw toys at you. So if you came
Yeah.
to see my show, we
Nice.
throw stuffed animals at you and encourage you to try to hit us with them. So we dodge stuffed animals the whole time while we're playing. And it's
And don't miss a beat.
Both shows that I've been to, I have hit him, the lead singer, right in the groin both times.
Hit him in the face. He doesn't miss a beat.
Nice.
It's
While
unbelievable.
he's playing his
It's
trumpet. That's not fair.
it's
Yeah.
so much fun. It's so much fun.
That's funny though that you mentioned Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I was literally listening to The Feeling That I Get earlier today. I had Spotify going at work because
It's such a
my
feeling song.
it really is. It just makes me just
Yeah.
But my I'm a automotive tech, and the guy that works in the bay across from me just plays the radio all day, and all he plays is B105. And don't get me wrong, I love country music.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Dave.
Shout out Big Dave and
Former
Stat
guest
Man.
of the show.
Yeah, we've had Big Dave on the show. We love Big Dave.
And Statman.
But I don't know if you know this, but if you listen to B105 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day, you hear the same fucking songs 70 times a day.
Yeah. At least that once an hour, right? And that what they try to do?
You know how mad I was when Zach Top made it to the radio?
Oh my God, dude.
Now,
It's all
I
I
love
hear.
I love it. I listen to Zach Top all crazy as it is, anyways.
yeah.
I can't wait. Dirks Bentley and Zach Top are coming to Riverbend,
I'm
and I
trying
am
to go.
taking my mom, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, and I'm gonna DD and let them all get schlibbity dibbity, and
you-
we're gonna have a good old time.
Oh, you going?
Oh, I'm going, buddy. I'm not
Okay.
not going to Zach Top.
Okay.
Darin, I gotta ask you this though. You were talking about it earlier, and it's been bugging me. You were saying how, like, you know, like on TikTok and stuff like that, like you can type in "I want this T-shirt" on Google, and there's a million sites that pop up with, "Oh, here's this design." Have you ever had like knockoffs of your guys' designs on like other sites and stuff?
Shit.
And like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, it happens quite a bit. Right now, I think that like this shirt we have right here, we put up today. Let me go to Google right now. I bet you that there are no less than 5 sites selling this same shirt right now. It's to the point where
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you even
yeah,
police that? You know what I mean?
type in Ross Green T-shirt, and then there's Fanatically Fashion. There are all these like bot sites, so there must be there's something on our site that, or I don't know if they're crawling our social media. I don't know what the deal is, but it's something that we're trying to get to the bottom of. You know, we need Scooby-Doo and the gang to help us solve this crime. But I mean, after a while, it's like, you know, I like, we can't afford lawyers to go after everybody. You know, we don't. The stuff's not, I guess, formally trademarked. I mean, yeah, we have if we use it in commerce, we can say, hey, we did it first. You can knock it off. But when it comes down to it, it's just like, we used to get like so pissed off and just like, you know, rant and rave and this guy sucks, and we're calling out like moms who are making shirts out of their basement and selling them at street fairs and stuff, and or if they're making like Fiona cookies with our design, and it's like, man, right now we just put on our blinders and just move forward, and just
you know what you're selling, and people are coming to you because they know it's a good product.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. This Fanacity fashion, like, how is Fanatics not shut that down yet? Their logo looks dead on like the Fanatics logo, just with an extra squiggle.
They'll probably shut it down. Then they'll just launch a copycat site of it tomorrow with a different name. It's like you don't know who these people are. You don't know. But yeah, literally today we put that shirt up, and there's already two sites that are probably getting better SEO than we are.
That's crazy.
But that's the changing world, man, for real. When you know, 20, 30 years ago, somebody copying your shirt designs, it'd be easier to track them down in a way. You know what I mean? Now things are so, they can run a business out of a PO box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
you got your VPN and whatever else. But
here's the thing, man. If you buy a T-shirt you like, the worst thing to happen is for that T-shirt to wear out. You know, and when you pay for a little bit better quality, like you get from Cincy Shirts, that shirt's gonna last years versus a year or a couple of washes, like you're getting from the knockoff crap.
I mean, that hoodie you're wearing right there is 3 years old, right?
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. Still looking great.
Hell yeah. But we've been accused of stealing plenty of designs too from people have sent us an email and be like, "Oh, do this shirt," or like stuff that's like obvious, like, "Hey, DeMar Hamlin died during the game tonight. You should do a shirt." And then you guys are assholes because that was my idea.
You stole my idea. You told us to do it.
It's like certain things. It's like, come on, like, was that really?
There's $1 million. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, man, you're a genius. I don't know. Yeah, we've been blown up a couple times. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, and then you have to explain it to everybody on social. It's just like, guys,
How many random just t-shirt ideas do you get thrown your way on a given day?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you think it's more. I don't know. I guess it all depends if something's going on.
Right, something's trending.
So like every major event in Cincinnati, there's an opportunity for a shirt, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
or sometimes like, oh, did you hear about those 10 people that died on 75 or whatever? Or I don't know about that, but
make a shirt.
but it's just like, I don't think that's a good idea. Not tonight, guys. But we did the day after the bridge burned down, the 471 bridge. We put out a shirt that said, and I was like, I don't know who's going to buy it, but, sometimes just do it for the clicks, And what it say? Don't burn your bridges in Cincinnati is what the shirt said. And people were like, oh, that's not right. Or why are you guys trying to profit off of this? And it was like,
yeah, but the return of the Mac shirt, though.
Yeah.
Was awesome.
Yeah. People were all about that.
So good.
It's like, you didn't like it when we tried to comment on when it shut down, but then that's been the biggest shirt of the year.
What I try to tell you so.
Darin, we told you, man, that we're not like super structured in our questions, right? We don't have like a list of questions that we ask. We do have two that we ask every time, and Mike is the purveyor of the first question. Mike, you want to hit him with it?
Yeah. So, since we are a dad podcast, you call us a wrestling podcast, but we are a dad podcast with a per se wrestling theme. But as dads, we're very budget-minded individuals. So, one thing we like to ask our guests and kind of, I don't want to say judge them on, but, judge them on is, what do you keep your thermostat set to?
Thermostat. Let's see. Right now it's at 67.
All right.
Just a tad cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
You got the AC on?
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Let me check my phone and see if it's running.
Yeah.
I wish it was 67 right now because I am sweltering in this household.
I'm not turning the AC on yet. Damn it.
The air conditioner is on, but
no, I live with three girls that get cold constantly, so I have to just have a fan going at all times.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta sleep with the fan. But, it's a nice box in my house. It's that's just how we roll.
Dude, I need it. It evens me out.
It's hard to put a price on comfort.
True that. We'll see if you want to hit him with the other one there, big guy.
And then the other
hard-hitting questions.
The other one is this other one is a little more hard hitting. What's something you're thankful for?
Oh man, I'm thankful for the family. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I mean it's
me too.
Yeah, it's good that all the changes through the good years, the bad years, and whatever else, as far as all the struggles with the business and the times where I don't know, it's just like the family's always there for you. Like I said, the older the kids get, they become like your friends, and you and your wife you start to just develop this totally different relationship than you had when you first got together. So yeah, I don't know. I would say that would be the main one for me. But
and
That's a good one.
You're not wrong on that, man. Me and Mike were just talking about that not that long ago at a Revolver show. How you age with your wife, and the way that your relationship ages too, you find like a different respect for each other at a certain point.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it's
totally.
I don't know, man. Like I always tell my friends, like if me and my wife were to ever split up, I feel like we've reached such a level of respect that there's going to be, I don't know, like it's if we were, which we ain't, if we were to split up, we would be one of them peoples that still go and see each other anyways. You know what I mean? Like, well, so what? Well, we're not together. I'm still going to go make sure her grass is cut. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like that's just who we are. We're life partners. And
Yeah. And me and my wife have hit a stage to where it's like, you know, I guess we're old enough now and been together long enough to where it's like, wow, when you're younger, you talk about we're going to be together forever, the rest of our lives and stuff like that. But we've actually, I feel like we've reached a point where, my God, we're expecting a grandkid, so it really kind of set in like, wow, we really are in this for the long haul.
Yeah.
it's a
Hell
neat
yeah.
feeling, man.
And once your kids start to understand that that's what she said joke, that's a good time in the house too.
God,
It always
my
is.
son broke that out at he was dating this girl and he went out to dinner with her and her parents and like he let it like slip out, like it just came out naturally, and he just said it and he kind of looked up at the girl's dad and he just I don't he just all looked at him like,
That's hilarious.
sorry, you don't know my dad.
Dude, honestly, I'd laugh.
High five.
I'd be, yeah.
But
Well,
I'd end up
they
laughing.
understand because they hear it.
Dude.
They hear it up until, and they're like, "Yeah, he doesn't get it. Yeah, he doesn't get it." And then it's
Yeah.
like you're in an elevator and you're like, "Hey, going down or whatever," and that's what she's like, "What? Like, what?
Are you going down?
No.
That's like my girlfriend's daughter. She's a big I don't know if anybody here has ever watched I Think You Should Leave, but it's one of my favorite shows. I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson, and she loves it too. And like we'll just be like, milling around the house or whatever, and just like hit each other with quotes from the show, and it makes me laugh. I mean, she's 13, but like she'll just I got a haircut the other day, and like I came back and it was all whatever, pushed back, and she was like, "You think this is slicked back? This is pushed back." Just stuff like that. It's a lot of fun when you can chop it up with them.
Well,
Yeah, totally.
Darin, brother, before we end up wrapping this up, I want to say first, thank you for coming on. But I also want to extend you an invite, man. We are sponsors of a local wrestling company called Pro Wrestling Revolver. It's ran by Sammy Callahan, which he's really good friends with John Moxley. So it's got a lot of local legends and new and old legends coming through all the time. They've got a show coming May 17th in Dayton, man. If you'd like to come out and check out an indie show and see what it's all about, we'd love to extend you an offer to come out. We can hook you up with a couple of tickets, man. You can come out and check it out. Have a good time with us and check out what this local indie wrestling has to offer, man. Especially since you're friends with old NWF, former NWF champion.
No doubt. Maybe I'll get the bomb to come out of retirement and lay it down on you guys.
Dude. Hell yeah. Love that. Well, hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming on. This has been an absolute blast.
It's always
and hopefully,
man, the hour goes real fast.
Exactly.
It really does. That's how you know you had a good show, man. When you look up, you're like, oh shit, we're at an hour and 4 minutes now. So thank you so much. This has been awesome.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
And we'll definitely keep in contact. Hopefully we can do some fun stuff in the future. And if you ever start the podcast back up, we're more than happy to help with any needs there. If you need guests or whatever, we are all in.
Yeah, totally.
And if you're anyone watching,
3 episodes.
There you go.
If you're anyone watching right now that has never heard of us before, we are 3 real fathers trying to create a brand for our family to be proud of. Like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe to same things with Cincy Shirts accounts as well. We appreciate all your guys' help.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Absolutely, man. Well, as always, we've been the DWO podcast. I am Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas. Make sure you go check him out. He's a 2-time world record holder. I don't know. Everybody that is watching right now heard that in the beginning. He has 2 world records for going the most consecutive days wearing a pro wrestling t-shirt, which is pretty cool.
And I got a real cool cheese coney tattoo.
He does.
I produce all kinds of Cincinnati content. Follow
Hold
me.
on, you can't show him the wiener tattoo and not show him the
Just
other.
had to show everybody your wiener.
All right, I'll show my championship.
And
too.
he
I'm
has the
also
Intercontinental title on
Intercontinental Championship belt.
his waist.
extremely committed to professional wrestling as well.
Yeah.
That thing blings. I've never seen tattoos pop like that. So
Hey, broken needle tattoo in Harrison, Ohio, man.
That's
He's
right,
a
baby.
fantastic-
Mike Ray. He's the one that
that's
did our
awesome.
DWO tattoos too. We are in this for the long haul, baby. Well, Darin, thank you so much for coming on. As Bo Cephas said, make sure you like, subscribe, listen, follow, all that good stuff. Follow Cincy Shirts, locations in Fort Mitchell and
Loveland.
Yeah. I have
Online
actually been
anytime.
online anytime.
cincyshirts.com.
I've actually been to the Fort Mitchell one. That's one of the I was going to say this earlier. That's one of the coolest things about it. I literally mocked up a design and brought it in and just had a couple shirts printed for me and my daughter one day. And I just think that's the coolest thing is I can just like come up with an idea and be like, I want this on a shirt, and just walk
I
up
wish
there
more
and you get
people would
one
do
done.
that. I know it's a cool thing. You could email us a picture and we can, put it on there.
Well, I commissioned a guy to Simpsonize me and my daughter. So it was a thing. It was like me with her on my shoulders and us Simpsonized, and I just put it on a shirt and made one for her and one for me, and I just thought it was cool.
It's incredible.
That's rad.
Yeah, pretty awesome. So yeah, until next time, top dads.